Yo,
We're always late.
YouTube, we are always late. Yeah, a little bit late. Apologize. Sorry about that. But welcome in. It's Tuesday night. It's July 25th. It's 2023. Today was a big day.
What if you could do SEO smarter and faster?
Rookie mistake. Forgot to mute my own YouTube video. Yeah, big day. July 25th, Tuesday. Lots of news to cover. Lots of stuff. People emailing and messaging me about. Good grief, a lot of stuff. But number one story in the news today. Big news for Tim. Big news for me too. Yeah, UPS strikes the deal with the Teamsters. I got the news right around like 12:30, 1 o'clock today. I put the video up around 3 something. I was in the middle of some stuff, but yeah, sorry, not Johnny on the spot today. But UPS strikes a $30 billion deal with the Teamsters. That's the union for their workers. I didn't know UPS had that many workers. 340,000 employees work for UPS, which is crazy. Like they've got to be in the top 10 of employers, right? Like in this country, it's got to be the top. I mean, you can probably Google that, but I would imagine Walmart's probably in the top couple. Target's probably got to be up there. And then
they're not in the top
10. No, what? Wait, I can only think of 3 companies that Walmart, Target, maybe Home Depot, maybe Microsoft, Google,
Amazon, Microsoft, Apple, Wegmans.
Oh wow, Apple, Facebook,
Cisco, Walmart, IBM, American Express, Target, Berkshire Hathaway, Publix, FedEx.
Publix is up there?
Publix has 240,000.
Wow.
UPS has 536,000 employees. This is what Google is telling me. It could be wrong.
Yeah, UPS has 340,000 drivers and pilots. They have 500,000 total employees. Management, executives, back end, all that stuff. Yep. Meowington, welcome in from San Diego. Yeah, so UPS strikes this deal, $30 billion to their drivers and their pilots. So basically, it was a part-time employee thing. They were making $16.50 an hour for the part-time employees. They said they were doing the same job, the same lifting, the same amount of labor, just only half the week that full-time employees were getting. Full-time employees were averaging like $40, $50 an hour. So the part-time employees wanted at least 20. They were asking for 25. I know they went in with a high ask. Of course, everybody does that. They ended up settling on $21 an hour. So they're going to get like a $3.50 raise this year, and they're going to get up to a $7.50 raise depending on how much they were making through the next 5 years. So that's like $3.50 now and $1 per year.
Yeah, so, my driver told me today the part-timers, the job is terrible, loading the trucks. He said the average time of employment is like 20 days.
Yeah, so their turnover rate is horrendous. That I know for a fact. Our UPS driver told us that actually as well. Funny story, Tim, I'll tell you this off camera, but we know a UPS guy that worked for UPS way back in the day. He drove for my buddy Dave, Drive Time with Dave. A lot of people know him. I actually just got off the phone with him. This is probably circa 2010, 2011, 10, 12 years ago. And he was actually arrested for trafficking cocaine through the UPS truck. He did 4 years. Yeah, he did 4 years in jail. Federal penitentiary with a friend of mine who at the time wasn't my friend, who was also in jail for trafficking drugs across the country. They did jail time together. And when they both got out and Joe came back around to talk to Dave and apologize and just, for being my friend, who was now my friend, who was not my friend then, I didn't know his past. They ran into each other like, oh my God, I did time with him. I did time with him. And they were both, it was a crazy story. But anyway,
no way.
I didn't know either of them at their peak season of, sales. But anyways, I met him later in life. They're both really good guys. One is a pastor now that runs his own business, and one is a cell phone reseller who runs his own business. It's pretty cool. But anyways, yeah, they both told us about how UPS worked. They told us about the inner workings and all this stuff. It's pretty crazy to hear, back in the day. But that was, 10, 12 years ago. But now they've struck the deal. So no strike, no UPS stoppage. That could have been crippling. Like people don't realize how much stuff we heard it. 30% of all packages go through UPS's hands. Amazon FBA shipments, all that material that you buy off Amazon, all you wonderful people buy from Amazon, they get there via UPS labels generally. All the FBA shipments I shipped in have been UPS.
Unless you're big, and you're doing truckloads. I've shipped LTL before. I've shipped one truckload to Amazon before.
Yeah. So yeah, I've never had that much to ship into Amazon. I've had probably the most I've had is like 8 or 10 boxes at one time. When we had video games, we would just build boxes, but it was always UPS. I never did freight. I didn't have that much, but I don't know anybody that's ever, at least here. Dave used to ship a bunch in. It was always UPS. We were shipping like 3-4 boxes a day, every single day though. Yeah, so really good. UPS is also a big carrier for medical places. Wedgwood Pharmacy, which is one of the biggest compounding pharmacies for humans and animals. They have like 100 million customers. They actually provide medicine that my dog takes, who is sitting here thinking that he's going to get more food because I had meatballs. He's literally staring because I had meatballs at the thing, like just not.
Don't show me, he'll bark.
Yeah. Yeah. Their pharmacy ships UPS, everything. And they sent us an email saying, if there's a strike, we'll handle it, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so America doesn't realize how much business and commerce UPS took. So good to see that the strike was averted. All my wholesale boxes go UPS. So that would have been a big, I would have been not shipping you guys wholesale boxes. But on the flip side, because everyone figured out the strike wasn't happening, not a coincidence. I sold 6 wholesale boxes today. So
look at that.
Yep. Love the dog. Restaurants get a lot of small equipment from UPS. Yeah, it happens. So that was news number 1. News number 2, which was actually, hang on. I was reading the comments. Sorry, let me read the comments. Welcome in, everybody. Terry's here. Telemaster. Deborah's here. Meow Meowington. Ryan from Fort Lauderdale. Baki. Everybody. Kim R. Thank you guys for joining into the chat today. The other piece of news is there was a glitch apparently on eBay's promoted listings. There's been 2 messages already in the chat, but there's also been emails I got sent today saying that their promoted listings, let's say that they had 1,000 active, their promoted was showing like 10,000 views a day. It was suddenly showing like 400 views, like for no apparent reason, like obviously a glitch. I don't believe that it's accurate. I think that your items were shown. It was just a glitch in the display of how many impressions you were getting or views. But I could be wrong. Maybe eBay wasn't displaying them to people and you weren't getting any views, which sucks even worse because then if you're not getting views, you're not getting sales. So, yeah, I can't confirm. Anytime something crazy like that happens with eBay, I just assume it's a glitch. Like I figure it's a glitch, but could be wrong. Tina here too as well. Welcome in, Tina. I think the dog just wants me to let him lick the bowl. Like, dude, I can't let you lick the bowl. There's a lot of sauce in the bowl, like a lot. You'll be outside all night. No, sorry, man. When did that happen? The UPS deal or the glitch? The UPS deal was around noon today. The glitch, I woke up to emails about the glitch. So I think that was like people telling me about last night maybe or yesterday. I don't know if it continued today. In fact, while we're on live stream, I don't know, Tim might want to look at, do you do promoted listings on your eBay store? I can't remember.
I'm looking right now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. I'm opening my dashboard. I had good sales today, so I don't feel like my promoteds were down. Let me see. Oh,
it says my impressions are down like 70%.
Oh my God. Yeah. I didn't even notice this. I didn't even look. This is what I get for being like, not practice what you preach and not actually looking. So listen to this. This is staggering. I hope this is a glitch. So on July 6th, which was, God, almost 20 days ago, 3 weeks ago, my organic impressions from promoted were 26,000. The following day on July 7th, you want to take a guess what they were? Any guesses? Anybody in the chat? Tim, I had 26,000 on July 6th. Promoted impressions, not organic, just promoted.
Promoted, wow.
Promoted, 26,000 listings.
How do you see the difference? Oh, okay, I see.
Hover over it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think they were next?
How many organic did you have? 100,000.
Organic, I had. Okay, I'm sorry. Organic, I had. Come on. So the first one, the purple one, is organic, right?
The purple is organic.
Organic impressions. I'm sorry. Organic impressions were 26,000. Promoted were 7,600. So the following day, my promoteds were the same. They were 8,000, actually. They were more.
Yeah, it looks like it's about a quarter, huh?
Guess what my organic was? Out of 26,000, what do you think it dropped to? It dropped, obviously. 10,000?
Yeah.
4,100.
Wow.
That's 20%. It dropped 80%.
Yeah, my views are mostly the same.
Literally dropped 8%.
I had a big day in June on views, but
today I'll give you today's views. We're not done. Let's just go with yesterday. Promoted impressions are at 3,200 yesterday, which normally they're hanging around 8,000. My organic impressions are 6,000 compared to the beginning of the month where I was getting 30 to 40,000. What the hell? Okay, so Telemaster, here's a great point. Telemaster says on the 16th, he had 131,000 organic, 528,000 by the 18th, and he went to 98,000 and 240. So he dropped 40,000 and in half from 528 to 245, more than half. So he dropped 55%. I dropped 80%. Are these numbers correct?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
Or are they just not displaying our items?
On the 16th, I had like 18,000 views. Yesterday, I had 16.
But at the beginning of the month, you had a bunch, right?
June 28th, I had 46,000.
That's crazy. So what?
And
I didn't even look
29th, I had 37.
I didn't look at this at all. Wow. Yeah, here it is. Clicks down 77%. Impressions down 87%. Sales conversion rates down 1.13%. What is going on with eBay? Wow. Australia's in the house. Ann Sullivan, welcome in. So that was the other piece of news I had today. So now I got to inquire with eBay about this and figure out what's going on. I don't know. I can't answer. I'm hoping it's just a glitch and the actual number it's showing us isn't accurate, but who knows at this point. Yesterday, yeah, it hasn't rebounded. I contacted eBay today. She didn't find anything, but sent off a further inquiry to their IT department. Probably never hear back. Yeah, it's tough to hear back from them. So, ouch. Or Fred says organic down 22%, promoted down almost 60%. So everyone having a similar result all week long.
Seems like it's just a glitch.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I would agree. The sales seem consistent. Telemaster.
Yeah, the sales haven't been. I haven't noticed a lower sales number. Fred's a good tool here. Fred, how have your sales been? Because Fred does a lot of sales. Fred does big numbers.
He said consistent.
No. Somebody else said it was consistent. Telemaster said it was consistent. Fred said he's down almost 60%. On promoted, 22% organic. 1,200 today. Is that normal or not? I thought Fred was averaging like $2,000 a day. I thought he was doing 50, 60 grand a month. I could be wrong. Because 1,200 a day is what, 36,000 a month. So that seems a little low for Fred. It could just be a low day, like a slow day. But I think if you want your stuff viewed, you need to do eBay's promoted suggestion. But no, I'm not going to do 20%.
Same.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing 20%. So, wow, that's weird. I had no idea. Pretty normal, but that's eBay only. Yeah, Fred sells on Amazon as well. So, interesting. That was the second part that the point I meant to mark on. Can you pour a little of that out and give the dog, let him lick that? Don't give him all that. Kate's home. Everybody asks where's Kate? Where's Kate? She'll say hi for a minute.
Hi.
Anyways, yeah, so okay, so I covered my two big points. A way to recover is to list more stuff. Like, just keep listing. Like, you got to fight I feel like whether it's a glitch or not, you still got to keep listing. But if it is a glitch, then you're good. If it's not a glitch, you got to fight even harder. I mean, we are in the prime of summer slowdown. If we don't forget, we said this like 2 months ago in one of our first live shows. July is the worst month historically for eBay, period. June and July are the worst 2 months. Like July is, I think, the worst. If I look back at my historic ones, July's always been my worst. May's been slow, but never like the bad one. June goes tanks, and then July is just August picks up because back to school stuff. Kids go back to school in August. Tim's got kids. One of them's school age. One of them's not quite ish.
Preschool in the fall.
Preschool, yeah. So
school and kindergarten.
Kindergarten, yeah. What rate do I do on promoted? I'm currently doing 2.5% across. 2% is the minimum. I do 2.5%. I think Tim's doing 2%.
Depends on the listing. I have some that I have variations and a lot of quantity, so I'll go higher and build it into the margin.
Yeah. So just getting up more inventory. The more you can list, the more you can reach the people. You want to get those organic and promoted listing views up. I mean, obviously you want more people seeing your items. Better titles will do that. Better descriptions, better listings in general. If you're not good at listing, pictures, yeah, pictures help. A good main gallery picture. Grab their attention. Think of it as like a YouTube thumbnail where like you're grabbing someone's attention. Once you search for an item and the title works and you show up in the search results, now you got to get somebody to click your stuff. Obviously, price is a big deal. But if you're priced right, and let's say there's 100 of an item that you're selling and everybody's priced between 20 and 25 bucks, it's a real competitive item. You got to stand out. You got to do everything you can to stand out. So promoted helps, pictures help, the whole shebang. Telemaster, yeah, 3%
shipping, 1 day handling time.
Yeah, top rated seller if you have 1 day and free returns or free shipping or whatever you choose to do. That's a big thing. Just having more inventory, not staring at the inventory. Being active. This is like a proven fact. We've done 1,000,001 tests on this, like just actively listing 5 a day, 10 a day. And there's people that can't get, they either have jobs or kids or whatever going on. They can't get to their listings every day. It's kind of a problem. It'll hurt you. Even going 2 days without listings can hurt. Like let's say you listed a bunch on Monday and then you were like busy. You had to work your job on Tuesday and then you had family over Wednesday and you don't list again until Thursday. It can crush you. It really can crush you. So how many people I think in the chat are like finding they run out of time? They can't get the listings up. They hate the listing or they just don't have the time to get it up. How many? I'm that guy, by the way. It's me. Was that Taylor's song?
I'm the problem.
I'm the problem. Yeah, it is. It's true. If it was up to me to get listings up, we would be like completely bankrupt. I am the worst. I've
been listing like crazy.
He is the problem.
I am. Tim's, you know what? Tim's been on it. So anybody who doesn't know, I got rid of my storage units. I stopped processing remotes. But I'm still working with Tim to get bulk remotes and bring them in. And I still sell the bulk remotes, but that leaves us the individual remotes and they're not shipping to me, which means they're shipping to one place. Which way is it? That guy. Yeah. So Tim got an education in the last, 2 weeks now on like the process of cleaning, prepping, testing remotes and listing. And I used to do everybody's seen the videos of me like cleaning them and prepping them and spraying them. Tim's like, what do we do? Do we dump them in acid or do we pour bleach on them? How do we clean these things? I'm trying to give him this this over the phone education. Like, well, we put down a towel and then we wipe them down and then we spray. Anyway, so after you do all that work, you got to sit down and you're like, crap, now I got to list them? Like this.
You got to test them.
I got to test them first. I got to test them first. And then I got to list them. That was Kate. Yeah, that's Kate's show. But it's like a mental thing. I feel like a lot of people don't get the listing done because of the mental block, right? Like you almost psych yourself out of it. Is that fair? Like, is that a fair, like you overwhelm yourself? You try to, people.
Yeah. Like remember last week I had 120 items. I had 120 different SKUs to list, and I was overwhelmed. I had a photo gallery of hundreds of pictures, and I sat down. I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 hours, and I just listed straight. And I said, I got to stop. I'm going crazy right now. But today wasn't bad. I had nothing. I started from scratch again. I took pictures of 15, went inside of my desk, did those while my team was cleaning and testing, and then I went back out and did it again and again and again.
Yeah. So you just got to get into like a rhythm, or you got to do something. I mean, you can look, if you want to do it and get in your rhythm and kill yourself, fine. If you can take the photos and send them to us at ProEcommerceLister, and somebody just mentioned in the chat, I appreciate that. Tina Swartz, who's one of our clients. Thank you, Tina. You can just send us the photos and we'll do all the listing. I know a lot of people sell remotes, they buy them from us, but if they don't sell remotes, they do clothing or they do ornaments or shoes or whatever it is. If you could just run through the photos, which I feel like it's the easy part, because you can literally just take your item, take your glass and just snap photos of it. And then you could just grab the next item, your bottle of soap, and just take photos of that. And all of a sudden, before you know it, you've got 20 or 30 items photographed, and just upload them into our system. We'll take care of it. Yeah, Pat's Tats Power Channel, welcome in. It's just easier for people's mental sanity and their time consumption and all that sort of stuff. You help us out. It's linked below. It should be in the description box. I think I put it in. Yeah, I did. Our email and our website are down in the description box. So a couple of questions. Do I run sales on free shipping? So I do free shipping on everything except for a couple of random items. There are a few. Fred says he'll die on this hill. If you charge for shipping, you're losing money. There's a few items, Fred. I do free shipping on pretty much everything, but there's some items I charge on. But it's not many, 1% at best. But if items sit around for a while or I notice I'm not selling them, I will run 15 to 20% off sales for sure. No doubt.
I would agree. You got to do free shipping. You know, if it's a psychological game. If you go on Amazon and you see something as Amazon Prime free shipping at $24.99, and you see the same item that's $20 and $4.99 shipping, you're going to buy $24.99 free shipping. It's the same price. You're going to wind up net with the same money in your pocket. I would say back in the day when eBay used to not charge a final value fee on shipping,
right?
100% no free shipping.
Everybody took advantage of that, though.
Oh yeah, inflated the shipping prices.
$1 diamonds with $9,000 shipping. That's what they did.
But I'm Tina. The same. When people lowball, you know, if you have an item listed for $10, somebody offers you $4 for it, you're going to lose money. Pass.
Yep.
Decline the offer. Counter offer them $9. You know, you don't take every offer that comes in.
No, you don't have to stuff away.
I get ridiculous offers every day. I take the email and I just delete it. I don't even reply to them if it's absolutely ridiculous.
What you have to remember is there's two people on eBay who are a lot of sellers, especially new sellers. They don't realize this till they get experience. There's there's trolls. There's people who are just like, oh, you have a PS5. Let's see if he'll take $10 for it.
Yeah.
Like, crazy. And two is there's people who are businesses like me and Tim. We don't do it, but there's people like us who want to buy stuff cheap and flip it. And so you might have a $50 item and best offer, and we know it's worth 50 or 60. So we'll pop in and make an offer for 15 or 20 bucks. Why? We're just trying to flip it. There's actual resellers who source. It's called OA, online arbitrage. They source straight from eBay to resell, whether it's Amazon, put it back on eBay, whatever it is, that's where they source. So they're just throwing out lowball offers. They're throwing out 1,000 a day. They've got an employee who's just, and if they get 10 of them, that's what they're hoping for. So it's nothing personal. They're just trying to make money or trying to see what they can get.
Yep.
So, you know, don't take it personally. Hey, flipping cents to dollar. Look at this guy, Mr. Fielder in the house with a $20 super chat there. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you. Welcome in, old friend. I appreciate you being here. It's been a long time. I follow him on Facebook. We comment and message back, back and forth. He used to be in my chat every day. Appreciate the guy's a hardworking dude too. Ask him what he does for a living, Tim. It's pretty crazy.
What do you do for a living? I don't even know your first name.
Stephen Fielder. He lives in.
What do you do?
So I actually met him in person. So he lives in. I don't know the town. He can tell you the town, but it's in Mississippi. If he still lives there, I think he still lives there. And we evacuated for the hurricane 4 or 5 years ago, Irma. And because we waited to the very last day to evacuate, there were no hotels, especially dog friendly. We had 3 dogs. We had 2 of ours and 1 of our friends' dogs that we helped rescue. And so we couldn't get a hotel. So the closest hotel we could get was Tupelo, Mississippi, which is where we drove. It took 17 hours to get there. It only took 12 and a half to get home, which is what it should have normally took. But of course, on the way out, everyone else was trying to leave. So, and that's pretty much how, but we had known each other for a while. We had known each other. So, yeah. A bribe to go live, methinks. Free shipping is better refund for customers. I don't understand that comment necessarily, but I don't know. What do you look for, Fred? You don't have to give away the priority info, just general answer. Okay, so yeah, so there's people that source on eBay all the time. Rake and Profit comes to mind. Tim does it. Speaking of Tim, I didn't actually know this. Like I knew this, but I didn't realize the level of it. I was doing some work for Tim yesterday for both of us, really. I was pulling some order information about sales and fees and shipping on some stuff that we had sold, and I was creating a little spreadsheet for us. And when I was in there,
did you explore my eBay account?
No, I literally
I buy a lot. Did you see?
But on the front opening screen, Tim's eBay account is set up differently than mine. I can't see my purchases on the opening screen.
Oh boy, what are you gonna say?
But Tim's actually has a column that says recently purchased items, which I normally have to go into. And I was like, oh, that's new. I didn't even know you could do that. Like, oh, and then I saw the list and I was like, holy, I was back like 4 pages and I was only till yesterday. I was like, what the?
The
guy buys a lot, like a boat.
Yeah, my mail truck driver, they have to make a special trip for me.
Yeah, I had no idea that you bought that much off eBay.
Oh,
Danny
yeah.
Ackerman, we have a very special guest. This lady has like a bajillion followers. Niche Lady, everybody knows her as Niche Lady. Danny Ackerman
Hey, Danny.
from Las Vegas is in the house. What's up, Danny? How you doing? She's a client of ours at ProEcommerceLister, and she's also a very good friend. She's been a friend. She's got 83.3 thousand subscribers on YouTube with 1.7 thousand videos. She is from Las Vegas. She sells a bunch of odds and ends and knickknacks and paddywhacks and the whole dog's bone and partridges and pear tree. She sells some crazy stuff. She has plush. She has a lot of stuff. So Danny does it all. Danny gets a boatload of views on YouTube too. More views than I get. No doubt about it. So we hang out with Danny every time we go to Vegas. She was also in, I call it hell, but it was Phoenix, Arizona last month. So earlier this month. There's Danny, who also uses our listing service. She got started with both of her eBay accounts. We can do multiple accounts, by the way. If you guys aren't familiar with Pro E-commerce Lister, you take photos, you upload the photos into our website or mobile app. You can, either way you want to do it on the computer, you can go right from your phone, which is very convenient. And then we create your titles, descriptions, conditions, item specifics, shipping times, handling times, return policies. Only thing we don't do is the price. Excuse my dog who is over here coughing his brains out because he just ran down the steps. And we take care of all of it for you. All you got to do is price it and submit it, and we do the rest. Our website below if you want to check out more. Also, you can email us, proecommercelister@gmail.com for pricing. We have rewards programs, affiliate programs. You can earn free listings. You can refer people and get paid, which our payment is coming up in August. So anybody that's used anybody's codes in the chat, I'll be making some payments out to everyone on August. I'll try to get them out by August 1st, but give me a couple days just in case we need to go through the numbers and make sure we're accurate on all the numbers. Yep. Phoenix was winter. So Vegas has been 115 degrees for the last 2 weeks. Phoenix was like winter. Phoenix was 115 the day I got there, Danny. The day I saw you inside, the first day it was 115. Are you kidding me? It was crazy. Crazy. I don't know what Danny's out in Vegas. I hope in October it better be 85 degrees. So, yeah, not winter in Vegas. No thanks. Eey. Why do I keep going to states that are hot? Why don't we have a meetup in like Anchorage or something?
Oh, too cold.
I spent a month there in my life when I was like 15. I stayed there a month with my brother in the Air Force. And I went in July. The only reason I know it was July, end of June to July, is because do you remember TWA Flight 800? You're probably too young. I was too young for that. But it crashed in New York off Long Island, and people thought a missile took it down. There was reports that there was like flares in the air and missiles. Anyways, to this day, they don't know what took it down. They say it was mechanical. But it crashed and 300 people died at like 9 o'clock at night, East Coast time. And I was flying out the next morning at 7 a.m. as a 15-year-old, and I saw the news story. And then I was like freaked out. I'm not getting on the plane. I'm not going home. No. Like that was bad. Yeah. So she's coming to Orlando next May. Nice. Danny, tell me when you're in Orlando. I'll head over. It's about an hour for me. So there's a huge chat going on in our thing about free shipping versus charge shipping. I think Fred stirred the pot. I do calculated shipping, which ends up being fair to everyone because the buyers are charged the exact cost of shipping. Vicky, it's a little off, but it's close. Like if they calculate like $5.50 shipping, sometimes it'll be $5, sometimes it'll be $6. It's close. I get it. But free shipping. Here's the thing about free shipping, and I'm with Tim on this on the buyer mentality. If you have a $20 item, and let's say it's a first class item, and the calculated shipping comes to like $6 and it's $26. If you list that item for $26 free shipping, technically speaking and theoretically, it's the same price. It's the same item, right? The problem is people see 26, and I know this happens. People see a big 26 as a number because take this for what it's worth. Some people are just not smart. They're not rational. I could use better words, but and they just see this big 26, and the other person, they see a 20. And they're like, oh, this guy's cheaper, not realizing, oh, I'm going to check out and still pay $26. Or they see the best offer on the 26 and they're like, oh, I'm going to offer like $15. And then they're going to offer the guy with the $20 shipping $15. But yours is 15 all in and theirs is 15. And now they're going to get the 6 and get 21. I do see how it can work in the reverse against you. But at the end of the day, I feel like I'm getting more sales from the people that appreciate free shipping and see the free shipping and are smart enough to realize it's
people don't want to think about it.
Right. I feel like at the end of the day, I get more sales to make up for it than I would. If I took off free shipping tomorrow, I feel like my sales would tank. And I have had people in my Facebook group and channels who have done it, who have had 2 exact identical stores with identical items. They're people that buy like clothing, right? And so they'll list 500 items on this store and 500 on this store, and they'll run free shipping and not free shipping. And the free shipping store outperforms the not free shipping store. I've had that happen a lot. So.
Really?
Yeah. So, and people are used to, right. Danny's making a good point about Amazon. I mean, a lot of people on Amazon, they don't understand, again, they just see free Prime shipping, not realizing like, okay, you're paying for Prime. There's a shipping cost involved. There's this, all they see is this free ship. I'm getting this $20, whatever for free. I'm not paying for shipping. And they get
this. They think it's just free. I think people just think it's free.
They think that Amazon pays for it. Yeah. And I've actually had people comment that on my YouTube channel. Somebody commented one time and was like, what are you talking about? You're selling on Amazon costing money. Shipping's free. Amazon pays for it. I'm like, oh, God.
Money has to come from somewhere.
Yeah, money grows on trees. Didn't you hear? Yeah, people don't have this thing where if they're not a seller, they don't understand it. Obviously, us as sellers, we experience it. We deal with it every day, but they don't. Like I said, they think Amazon paid for it, or they think Amazon has a deal with the post office. Like, oh, we'll just take your packages and deliver them for you. No big deal. Like, whatever. Yeah, if only. Yeah. So, and free shipping is something they can sort by. A lot of people do sort by free shipping. There's a lot of buyers that go that route. There's also it's a little different on Amazon and eBay. Most of the seller, remember, when you buy from an Amazon seller, I think it's 62% are now third-party sellers. Over half are third-party sellers. Yeah. So if you're buying a Prime item, which means it's at Amazon's warehouse, it's always going to display free shipping because Prime buyers don't pay for that. You're paying your monthly or your yearly subscription or whatever. On eBay, when you do free shipping, it's actually free shipping that you had to choose. There's no option. So over on Amazon, you can sell an item FBM. People don't realize this, which means I just put it on my shelf, and when it sells, I ship it out just like Amazon. And you can charge shipping for that. You can do $3.99, $4.99, or you can do free shipping. And a lot of those people, I found a lot of FBM sellers charging shipping. Honestly, every time I look for items on Amazon, it's always, if it's non-Prime, it's like they charge shipping. And I feel like that's why Prime has been so, people see that and they're like, oh no, I'm just going to go to the Prime and get it for free.
You know what's funny though? I do have some items FBM and free shipping, and it could be priced $20 less.
Yep.
Than that Prime buy box, and it will not sell.
Yep. Tony complains about that all the time. My friend Tony.
Because the average consumer doesn't know to look at the, sold by others.
Yep. No,
there's great deals.
And Amazon makes it, I swear it's gotten harder and harder. It used to be a box with like a drop down, and it had a box with maybe the top 3 sellers.
It's very, very hard to find.
And now it's like this tiny little thing that you have to click on.
Yeah.
And some people, you're right, they will think like, oh, that's the only one available on Amazon. The only one.
And they don't know. A lot of people don't know that there's third-party sellers. They just see Prime and say, I'm buying from Amazon.
Yeah. Oh, God, that's my favorite. Where they're like, oh, Amazon, I bought it from Amazon. And I'm like, did you buy it from Amazon or third-party seller? Like, from Amazon. I'm like, show me the sale. And then I'm like, no, that was Tim. Tim sold you that. Not Amazon. Yeah. So it's crazy. Like the reselling world, if we weren't doing what we do, I probably wouldn't know any of this.
No.
I literally wouldn't know any of this. So I would be the guy on Amazon.
You have to dig into it.
Yeah. And I dig into a lot of stuff. I Google stuff. I
guess I'm here alone now. So let me see.
Oh my God. Hello.
I didn't know what to do. You weren't here.
Hello.
Yeah, you're here.
Hang on. Am I here?
You're here.
I hit the little cable for my camera.
I thought I was gonna have to do the rest of the show myself.
Oh well, in that case,
everyone would have left.
I'm gonna leave. No, I hit the cord. I have this stupid adapter because Apples don't do plugins anymore. You got to buy dongles. So I have that stupid thing, and I hit it with my hand.
Oh, you got a crazy laptop. My Mac doesn't have that.
We don't have dongles. We had just like a USB-C 3 point whatever, and you got to buy an adapter. That's all you can do. Abandonment.
I know.
So here's Chris Chatworth. This is a great. I've added over 1,200 listings. His name is I Buy Chit, by the way, in case you didn't get that. 1,200 listings since starting with you guys. Sales have been crazy for me. Hope everyone else is doing great. That's awesome. We appreciate it. We have a rewards program, which we owe you some listings, Mr. I Buy Chit. We owe you some free listings. We'll get those over. I'll make sure they update the service for you. Once you go over 1,000 listings, you get free listings, of course. Obviously.
We just rolled out our rewards program last week, right, Casey?
Yeah, week and a half ago. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, if you're part of Pro E-commerce Lister, you want us to make your listings, save you time, grow the store. Look, Chris over there giving you a great review. 1,200. I didn't even realize we'd done that many.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Since the beginning. I think Chris has been with us a very long time.
This is one of our first, I would say, first 20 customers, maybe.
I'm going to tell you right now.
You can pull it up on the sheet, yeah. Chris was definitely one of our first handful, dozen, 2 dozen customers for sure. So that's awesome.
Customer number 6.
Number 6?
Customer number 6.
Wow, number 6.
Number 6 jumped in day 1.
1,200 listings. Look at that. Imagine if you had 1,200. How many people in this chat don't even have 1,200 listings active? That's a great question. How many people are over 1,000?
I don't. Not on eBay.
No, you have a lot of good dollars.
But I have all different sales channels. So
Yeah.
Over everything, yeah, but
your Amazon is big, but
my Amazon is very big. I probably buy 1,200 items a month if that counts on eBay.
I had no idea how much you bought on eBay. It was crazy. Kim has 1,400. That's a solid number. So I'm at 2,000. I had 5,000. Of course, I sold off all the stuff, so I'm only at like 2,000 now. But we're working there. We're gonna get back over 5 soon. Oh, look, Danny says, all I care about is I'm one of the beginning customers. So Danny, you only waited 6 months to join our service. I had to come to Phoenix, hunt you down, beat you in the corner of the conference, deny you food, cut in front of you in the bar line. I had to do everything to make sure I could get you on board. Do you understand what that took? He has 3,380 listings in antiques and collectibles. That is impressive for that category.
It's a lot.
That's a lot for that.
A lot of sourcing.
I know. Don Schwartz, who lives here, has 2,500. That's pretty good. I wasn't ready to do eBay yet. Danny was an anti-eBay. So Danny is doing Whatnot. She's doing a lot of different stuff. She did Etsy. I don't know how big she still is on Etsy, but she's done all kinds of weird, odd stuff. But I had to hunt you down in Phoenix. I had to do. Look, Tim thinks I went out there on like vacation, like just partying.
No, I know you went there to work.
I was trying to Danny will tell you. I was going to every table around dinner. There's like 30 tables in this dinner room, and I sat down. I didn't even eat dinner that night. I sat at every table for like 5 minutes. And looked at everyone. I was like, who's on Pro E-commerce Lister? Why not? Why not? Why not? Like literally table to table to table that whole night. It was crazy.
Danny, I looked up your live selling.
Danny crushes live selling.
Yeah, kills it.
Crushes it. 820, Kim, is pretty good for a new seller. That's
excellent.
That's 1,000. Kim, do you have a lot of unlisted inventory? Anything we can help you with? We'd love to take a look at the store. You can email us. ProEcommerceLister@gmail.com, and we will respond to any inquiries. If you have questions about the process or pricing, I think we're going to start onboarding calls similar to our friends over at List Perfectly, where we're once a week, everybody who's a new customer, we're going to do a private live video for anyone who becomes a customer of Pro E-commerce and go over kind of the process and the expectations and questions you have and all that sort of stuff, just to make sure everybody is kosher with what they've done. So
if anybody is a current customer or a new customer, do you think that would help?
Yeah.
We'd love some input on if a new customer client call once a week would help.
Yeah. I mean, List Perfectly does it in their newsletter and sends it out. I think it's got to be effective or they wouldn't still be doing it. Make people feel more comfortable with using the service and any questions they might have. Danny's done 7,000 since Sunday, in 4 days. That's what, 1,750 a day.
That's insane.
On live shows. Can you rewatch Whatnot live shows that have already happened, or are they gone?
I don't think you can. I looked before.
I don't think you can either. Dang. You know what? This sounds crazy. I have not been interested in the live show thing. I'm interested in it, but I never really had the type of merchandise that would maybe make sense for it. What the heck? I I want to watch the shows and see how $7,000 in sales rolls out. Like I can watch.
Oh, you can watch replays now.
Oh, you can watch the replays. Nice. I'm going to need to watch it. So here's my thing. Like I can watch Rally Roots, Ryan and Allie Roots and Callie. They sell vintage shirts. I know exactly the process. I know everything that's happening. Shirt up, shirt up, shirt. But there's some people that sell like different stuff. I feel like Danny's a really good example of this. She sells so much unique stuff and different angles and things. Like how do these sales come about? Like the turnover on inventory. I'm not going to ask Danny to share her profit in the chat unless she wants to. It's always lower than if you waited for the eBay sales. But it's an interesting, like it's a whole other dynamic.
Very interesting concept.
It is. It's crazy. And that's why Whatnot, they have a $2 billion valuation in 3 years.
That's insane.
$2 billion. It's probably higher than that now. That was in October of last year. You're probably at like $3 billion by now. It's crazy. Yeah, I gotta. Her shipping guy is asking for.
Oh no, wait. Last year it said $4 billion.
Oh my God! This was in October.
Yeah, but no, now April of this year it says 3.7 billion.
Yeah, I would think 3 to 4
with all the different numbers.
Who cares? 3 to 4 billion. The margins on what she sells are great. Her average buy price is $5. Her average sell price is $20. So Whatnot takes 8%, and they take 2.9 plus 30 for the transaction fee. So you're looking at like 10.9 plus 30 cents. So call it 11.
Whatnot charges for shipping, right? Doesn't the buyer pay shipping on Whatnot?
So you're paying like 11, call it 12%. Really is all in 12%, which is very fair. Poshmark is 20. Amazon is 15 to 20. eBay is like 13, 14. So really Whatnot's one of the lowest percentage fees. So on Danny's $20, she's paying like $240. The buyer pays shipping. She's got a $5 cost. So she's got $7. She's making like $12 an item. And you can sell an item every 30 seconds, which good luck selling an item every 30 seconds on eBay.
You would need a million. You would need a million listings.
Yeah. How do you get cut? This is the problem. So how do you get customers on Whatnot, not on social media? If you don't have a social media following, a YouTube channel, or an email list helps as well, or an Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is you do, it is tough. That's sort of why it's hard to recommend that to normal people because they can't get in front of a camera. You could do it. There's people I've seen that like they sell the items and they're like, here, let me see if I can like replicate it without doing it. They're like here, and all you see is them going, look at my nice new glass for sale. This is all you see of them.
But I feel like Whatnot is like it's kind of like a party.
An interaction.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
You have to, from the ones I've watched, you have to make it entertaining. People want to be entertained.
Yeah, the entertainment value. Like I've watched a few that I get so bored and I'm like, ugh. But then I watched a few where I've sat and watched a 40-minute show of them where I didn't even realize I was watching it. So thank you, Taylor. I appreciate that. I saw another chat. Oh, did you have a pulmonary infarction? I'm telling you guys, he's messing with us. He's not really going live. He's sitting in his chair right now having a laugh. What? That's actually unfortunate that I got that comment tonight. Yeah, you have to build it up, be consistent, post on Instagram, other social media, just grow. Yeah, so if you are somebody who does feel comfortable getting in front of the camera where it's just you don't have an audience, but you're okay being in front of the camera for Whatnot or whatever, Instagram is a great way to build it, interact with the community, do hashtag thrifted reseller, hashtag Whatnot, hashtag whatever. You will get some organic growth from Whatnot if you're consistent, but just be prepared for your first couple of weeks of shows. If you're doing, say, 2 shows a week for 4 weeks, 8 shows, you're not going to sell a lot. You can ask other people to help share, make friends with other small sellers, and you guys kind of try to help each other build up. That's a big thing. Collabs are big. If they've got 20 followers and you've got 20 followers and Tim's got 50 followers and the 3 of you work together, you could share 100 followers or 90, my math's bad. But that's the way to do it. Maybe they sell women's clothes and Tim sells postcards and I sell coins or whatever. Just help get it out there. And it's consistency as well. People will start to learn, just like when you go to TV, like, oh, Survivor's every Friday night at 6 p.m. People start learning that you are on Whatnot every Friday night at 6 p.m. Every live show we do Tuesday nights at 8:30 or whatever. People start expecting and they start remembering, like, oh, it's Tuesday night. Let me go check Tim out on Whatnot. And they get into that habit. So don't promote your own show. Just build relationships. Yeah. So don't go, Danny's right here. Don't go to other people and just try to sell yourself. just try to get a relationship with other people. If you're working with other people to help promote each other, that's fine. But you got to build relationships organically so that other people will shout you out organically and say, hey, my buddy, Tim over there has got a great show coming up Tuesday. That's how you build it. If you seem like you're being a door-to-door salesman, people will treat you like that. They will close the door on you. I promise you. So really good tip from her. So, but for the rest of you, which is a majority of you, which I don't see a lot of you doing, Whatnot, I've seen too many emails from people that are like, I'm not getting on live videos. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. People ask me all the time, how do I do it? How do I get on camera? I've been on camera like 83,000 times. You just, at this point, it's just like, oh, it's a camera. Confidence. How do you get confidence? Somebody just messaged me on there. How do you get confidence to get in front of the camera? I don't know. Ask Tim. He's probably got less experience than I am. Ask him how he's confident. I feel like you just jumped in front of it like nothing.
Yeah, well, then you disappeared for like a minute, like 10 minutes ago, and I was freaking out. I didn't know what to do. But, I don't know. I think you just do it. I mean, we just said one day, hey, we're going to go live together, and now we just do it. And it's like, all right, I just know every Tuesday we're going live for the most part.
Yeah, look, it's just a thing. Like, you just get used to it, and everybody's going to start off their live shows going, hi, like everybody starts that way. You'll get used to it. You'll figure it out. You can practice in the mirror. I heard some people say that in one chat one time. They're like, you got to practice in the mirror. I'm like, nope. If I say something dumb, like whatever, I don't care. Especially on like live shows, because it's here and gone. Like if it's recorded and you can edit it, fine. But you're live. No. Do I think eBay will ever have live auctions? That's a great question. Okay, so two-sided answer. Do I think they should have live auctions, and do I think they will have live auctions? So, do I think they should? Yes. Obviously, people love Whatnot. It blew up. Poshmark Lives is popular. It's not as popular, but it's still doing really well. I've seen some of the statistics from Poshmark Lives, and it's staggering. They're doing hundreds of millions of viewers like a month. So in a business side of things, eBay should probably do it. It's probably in their best interest. The sooner, the better. Do I think they will do it? No. And here's why I think they won't do it. Hopefully this makes sense. They're sort of fighting against their self. If they allow people to sell in a live auction versus setting it up on the website for buy it nows at a higher price where they can get more fees, I feel like eBay is sort of cannibalizing themselves. Does that make sense? Yeah. Does everybody know what cannibalizing means? Like eating their own self? Yeah.
They're going to ruin their other business. Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to attack parts of their own business at what expense? How much are they going to cost themselves in fees? Or is it going to drive so much business and so much sales that the lower fee amount is outran by the total gross sales?
I mean, before eBay used to be the auction platform, everyone would do, the 1 day, 7 day, 3 day, 5 day auctions. I couldn't tell you the last time I ran an auction on eBay. Everything is buy it now.
Yeah, people were really trained and groomed to get stuff and get it shipped right away. Like Amazon had a big part in that. Everybody didn't want to wait 5 or 7 days to maybe get something. Because like if you're trying to buy something and you're like, oh, I really want to buy this, I'm going to put a bid in and maybe in 7 days I'll know if I got it or not. Versus, oh, I can just buy this for $25 and be done with it. Oh yeah, just buy it and be done with it. Especially people that are last minute shoppers or gifters or whatever.
I mean, I source on eBay every single day, like you saw for inventory. I don't source any auctions ever.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Even if it means I could get a better deal.
Yeah, and it's just
I don't have the time to wait around and check on the auction, and then if I win,
nope. Neither do I. I don't think I would ever. And I've online arbitrage sourced a little bit, but not like that. And I would never wait around for that. Screw that. No. But the live shows on eBay, here's the thing. Let's say they sell an item for $10 and they collect $1 fee, right? Versus selling 10 $2 items for $20, they collect a $2. Would they rather have that volume and collect more fees in the long run?
No.
I don't know. I don't know if eBay would. I don't think they're going to do it. I think they should try it. I think they should see, but I don't think they're going to do it. The popularity is staggering. For a company to go from Whatnot to $0 to $3 billion is shocking.
It's crazy.
For Poshmark to estimate they have hundreds of millions of views on live shows a month, I don't know the sales numbers. I couldn't find them. I Googled the hell out of it, but I couldn't find it. But it's pretty staggering, the number of people that want to watch live shows. I mean, you look at the growth of TikTok, people's attention spans are so low. They're like, oh, I can watch an auction and run an item in 15 seconds and bang, 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 and get an item. That's what happened. People have no attention span. So
I'm curious what the Whatnot average daily sales are.
yeah, I don't know what Whatnot's revenues are. I mean, I think I might have looked this up, but yeah. So Grojo had an estimate for them. I'm sure it wasn't accurate. This was up until July 22nd or 2022 that they were doing 40 million a year. But I'm certain it's way more than that.
SimilarWeb says 3.2 million visits a month. Average duration is 7 minutes.
That's true too. People spend some time on Whatnot. They spend
that's good. 7 minutes on a website? It's a long time.
That is a long time. When you actually sit down and think about 7 minutes.
If this is accurate.
I'm sure that's accurate. Count out 420 seconds. That's pretty accurate. People hate auctions on the seller side, but as a buyer side, they really love it. So we'll see. I don't know if eBay's going to do it. I feel like if they were going to do it, they would have already done it. They've had plenty of time. So it's an interesting thought. But yeah, Whatnot is definitely not hurting. But if you're not the person, if you don't want to do the live auctions, I know there's a lot of you, your answer is getting more listings up. You have to
they're saying that the age distribution on Whatnot is mainly under 34.
Young. Yep. I was going to say young. It's got to be mid-20s.
Very young. Yeah, yep. Very young.
Yep. Anything in the mid-20s is pretty young. Because nobody under 18 really has the spending power. Some of them do, but not many. And when you talk about 18 to 22-year-olds, generally their spending power isn't that high. They haven't earned a lot of money. Again, some of them, but some of them YouTuber kids with Gucci. But when you look at an age range of like 25 to 35, that's when people are in their primes. They start making some money and they start spending. People that are older generally don't spend as frivolously-ish, sort of, maybe. But yeah, that age range doesn't surprise me at all. All the big Whatnot sellers are mostly in their 30s.
Yeah.
They're all in their 30s. So yeah, if you can't go the live auction route, which may or may not make sense for some of you, there's some of you that don't have that inventory. Like I don't, although I wish I did. I wish I did. I want to go watch some more of Danny's shows. So good night, Ann. Appreciate you watching.
Danny, do you want to share when you're going live next for the audience?
Yeah, when your next live show.
If you want to, don't feel like you have to.
Yeah, but she's right. Too many eggs in a basket. That's another thing. You don't want to be all in on like Whatnot. You want to. So Rally Roots still puts up plenty of inventory on eBay. They still do plenty of sales on eBay. They do their Whatnot auctions. They run all their stuff, and then they'll pull some stuff, boxes aside, and they'll list all that. Callie lists it all on eBay. But yeah, the consistent listing on eBay is the only way to get sales, clearly, with the promotions, and who knows what that glitch is doing. It's got to be every day. So if you find that you're not listing every day, but that you have the inventory, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. It's down below. It's so easy. It's ProEcommerceLister@gmail.com or ProEcommerceLister.com. So you can go to either one. New customers, will give you discount codes. We'll set you up with an affiliate code that'll save your customers money. It'll make you money, and you have the rewards program where if you buy enough listings, you get free ones. So all big pluses, and you get to take back your life, take back your time, and let us do all the work for you. So Danny says she may do a crazy pop-up this weekend. Her normal shows are Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. This is her moving week. I forgot. Yeah, she's moving. So starting back up next Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific. Good to know. Good to know. So you can go find her on Whatnot. Same name. She's under Danny Ackerman. It's the Niche Lady in capitals. Niche. The Niche Lady. That's why I say this. Who's buying from Whatnot? Personal use or resell? So that's a good question too, Flippin' Dad. Personal use, obviously, a lot of people buy personal stuff. There's a lot of people buying for resale. Here's my problem with that. Let's say that somebody's running dollar auctions and they're selling like vintage t-shirts. The shipping's like $5 and help me here, Danny, $5.25, $5.35, I believe it is the shipping on that stuff. Obviously shipping can go up, but on like a normal 8-ounce t-shirt, I think it's like $5.35. So you're paying $6.35 if the auction ends at $1, $7.35 or $8.35 if it goes for $2 or $3. If it's legitimately a $40 or $50 shirt and you're paying $8, it's not a bad, return on investment, nice ROI. That's who I think is buying there. It's people looking for these listings, sales that are quality items that they think are $30, $40, $50 items that they can buy for $6, $8 and get them in there. Now, if you're buying $20 items for $7, $8, you're probably not doing so good. But there's a lot of people that I saw messaging me that said they buy a lot of inventory on Whatnot and they flip it. It's all individual. My problem is if you sit down and watch a 30-minute Whatnot show and they go through 30 items and you buy 1 or 2 of them, you spent a lot of time sourcing 1 or 2 items. Just gonna put that out there. So yeah. Janet, yeah, did a lot from, Wade's Ventures. He bought a whole storage unit of bolts of fabric. He had hundreds of bolts of fabric. He sold all that. So there's always good stuff to get, but I don't think it's a viable sourcing opportunity. You can go to eBay, find an item, click buy it now, add to cart, whatever, in seconds, like literally 15 seconds. You sit down at a Whatnot show for 30 or 45 minutes, you may only end up with 1 or 2 items. So I wouldn't rely on it. I think the people that are doing it are just getting caught up in the fun of it and the auction and the this and that and the entertainment value. Like Tim said, the entertainment. The sellers are really doing well though. So
it's like if you've ever been to a real live auction.
Yep.
It's if you've never been before.
Yeah, spend some time in one. Yeah.
You should go for fun to a live auction one night. I used to go and do sourcing. It's fun. You can get wrapped up real quick.
Yeah, so I used to source from Zephyr Hills down the road when I lived in Brandon. There was a live auction house, Butterfield's Auctions. It was open every Thursday. This is before trivia existed in my life. And we would go. It started at 6 o'clock. And so every Thursday we knew we were done work at 5. And we would leave and drop off the packages at like 4:45 and then drive up to Butterfield's at like 5:15, 5:20, get our seats. He always served nachos and hot dogs. He had a great business. This is like
preview.
Yeah, the preview, you could walk the tables. This guy had a 20,000 square foot building. There were tables as far as the eye could see. You could walk up and down these tables forever. And then outside, he'd have like the lawn mowers and the weed whackers and the farm equipment, out in the big, huge parking lot. And so we would do live auctions and I would buy items like $2, $3, $4, $5, right? I'd buy items. But that wasn't why I was there. I was there to buy all the leftovers. So when you were done the auction, anything that didn't sell, they took it, the guys that were holding it up for his employees for the auction. If it didn't sell, they'd take it down, they'd walk it to the corner and they would pile it on tables and pallets. And at the end of the night, when everybody was going to pay their bill and scurrying out, I would go to the corner. Big Jim. I remember Big Jim as good as me and Jim were good friends. He was a cool dude. And I'd go over there and Big Jim's like, we got 4 pallets, 8 tables. And I'm like, and he's like, $20 a piece. There's 12, $240. I'm like, sold, I'll take it all. That was it. And I drove a Hummer at the time and I would stuff that thing. I mean, I had so much stuff in there. Kate was in a separate car and I was driving the Hummer like this because it was all around me. And we would have knickknacks and electronics and clothes and toys and just stuff. I didn't even know what I bought. I had no idea what I had even bought. We'd get home and unload it into the garage and the garage would be full. It was crazy. And but I only paid $240, my whole bill. And I'd get home and I'd find stuff that was like $40, $50. And that was my weekly routine. I didn't give a crap about what I bought at the live auction. I gave a crap about all the stuff that was left over. It was great. I would just be like, I'll take it all. And they would sell me everything. I got sports cards. Like there'd be a table with like boxes of sports cards and a table with boxes of hand tools. And I didn't care what it was. I was having garage sales once a week because the old neighborhood I lived in, you could. And the garage sales would do $800,000 on a Saturday. I was doing $4,000 a month in garage sales.
Wait, can you not have a yard sale in your neighborhood?
Twice a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, HOA.
It's on a specific way. I gotta change topics now. So wait, you have to have it on a specific weekend, or you have to get a permit to get it on a weekend?
Oh, they have community sales. So the HOA doesn't want people out every weekend having yard sales, which is weird because they have a spring and a fall one. They set the dates. The HOA sets the dates and then advertises it all over. Everyone comes to our neighborhood. They're all like, oh my God, Epperson. And like the entire Wesley Chapel comes to our area, Tampa, you name it. But our neighbors the other day fought the HOA and said, oh, we can't attend the community yard sale. We want to have our own. And this was on my birthday, actually, on June 10th. Saturday morning, they had a yard sale on my street. Like 7 or 8 houses all got together and did it. And the HOA didn't respond to them, so they just did it.
No way. They're not out on the weekends.
No, I doubt it. But yeah, so all the communities, all the HOA communities and master plan communities here, like Watergrass, Bridgewater, Epperson, all of them, Murata, they have 2 weekends a year, like twice a year that they do community sales. That's like HOA sponsored, all that. Outside of that, technically speaking, it says in our bylaws that you're not supposed to have sales out. Like you're not supposed to be selling a business or selling or running stuff out on the streets. But I guess they fought it and was like, yeah, fine, do what you got to do. I don't know what they would do, but yeah. Don says that was a great auction. He went there for years. Yeah, Butterfield's auctions. Unfortunately, the dad that owned it, he was an older guy. God, back then he was in his 70s. He's probably 80. He passed away. His son took over. His son was not interested in the auction house. Didn't really run. He worked for him. He was always there during the auctions, but he wasn't interested in carrying on the family legacy, I guess. So they sold all the inventory. They sold the building, and I don't know what it is now. I haven't been by there in a while, but it's just down the road actually. And they closed it up. And one day it was just gone. There was no more auction. It was pretty crazy. Yep. But thank God I was in the cell phone world by there, by then. I loved Butterfield. That was one of my favorite places to go. I loved it. That was like my Thursday night. It was the best.
I would love to go to a live auction. I haven't been to one in so long.
Years. I know.
I'm gonna look it up. I think I might go.
Yep. I know. That's just I loved it. It was. I'm actually looking at it right now on Google. Butterfield's. His name was Wayne Butterfield, but I think his other one was Wayne Butterfield Jr. maybe. And he had auctioneer was Jerry. Yep, I remember Jerry and Barron. Yep. I'm just looking at it. It was just like the craziest thing. And their website I think closed down. I think everything closed. Yeah, it's like a Chinese website now. Jesus. It says he's 72 years old, but I think that's when he passed away. Because that was a while ago. It doesn't even know his real birth date. It says 1950 or 51. I don't know how many people go to live auctions. How many people have one in their local area? I don't know.
There's nothing around me.
He builds mobile homes now. Is that the son that builds mobile homes now? All I know is I heard the older guy, passed away, and that his son didn't want to do the auctions. HOAs are the worst. So they have their ups and downs. Definitely the rules. I don't care about painting my house pink or leaving a broke down boat in my driveway. So none of that bothers me. The home values definitely keeps up the home values. Our HOA is very unique too, as in we pay $72 a month for it, I think it is, but we get our internet and cable included with it. So it's a really good deal.
Oh, it's not bad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I used to be in a condo and I was the president. I will never do that again. That made me move.
In my next life, I probably said this to Tim once at least, but in my next life, everybody asks my dream job all the time. I'm going to be the owner of a CDD. Like in my next life, the community development that we have here, we pay $235 a month to, and there's 2,000. I think we're at like 2,300 homes now. So that is, just to give you an idea, $540,000 a month, $6.5 million a year, and all they have to do is maintain the grass and the roads and the signs and stuff. We're pretty sure there's somebody that owns a CDD that's pocketing like 5.1 million of the 5.5. But the HOAs around here are not bad. No one really complains. As long as you don't have anything busted up and broken down and you take care of your grass, like they don't really complain. The only thing people get warnings for here are grass, for one. If you are not maintaining it, it can happen. Or your trash cans, you leave them out. Like you're allowed to leave it out for 24 hours. So our trash will go out Thursday night and it'll get picked up Friday. And that's fine. You take it out Thursday afternoon or Thursday night, and then Friday they pick it up. As long as you take it in by Friday night, if you leave it out and then Saturday they come around and see it, they do work actually, I think on Saturdays. They will give you a warning, and then they can find you after that. But yeah. All right, Danny, back to packing. Appreciate you being here. She's moving into an HOA too. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Danny.
Get more listings and shout us out on your channel, please.
Thank you. Thank you for all your knowledge on Whatnot.
Yeah, as well. Yeah, I'm gonna watch a lot of Whatnot now. I'm definitely gonna browse.
I have her channel open. I think I'm gonna
have her followed there. Instead of spending hours.
I found the past shows, so I can watch her past shows.
Oh, I'm gonna watch the past shows for sure. Instead of scrolling through TikTok all night long, I'm gonna scroll through Danny's Whatnots all night long. Yeah, I would put in AstroTurf and fake plants. You're allowed to do that. We actually have fake plants and some AstroTurf. But hey, Mindy, we appreciate all of you being here. All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up. We've been an hour.
It's been a good hour.
Yeah, it's been a quick hour. Everything goes fast. So
crazy
fast. Yeah. If there's any questions, anything we can do for you guys, we were at 108 people at one point. So if there's any questions, comments, concerns about reselling, about our eBays or Amazons, mostly about the listing service, ProEcommerceLister, you can get it down below. Email us. Whatever question you have. No question is stupid. No question is wrong. It's not committing you to buying from us. Just email us. We'll get your information. We'll answer whatever questions you have, and then we'll follow up with you. ProEcommerceLister@gmail.com. We'll give you a special discount, like 20% off for new customers. We'll get you all taken care of. We'll get you set up with rewards, affiliates, the whole shebang. And we'll, happy to have you on the team. We want to help you guys get your stores up, get more sales, and grow and make more money, because that's what we're all here to do, right? So, all right, Tim, got anything else? Nothing?
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Okay, we'll see you guys in the next live show. We'll see you later.
Thanks, everyone.